What is up, guys? It's Alex Johnson here, the founder and lead analyst at yardsperfantasy.com. Welcome into the 54th episode of the Feed Me Fantasy podcast. Let's eat. Hold up. 1 second. I'm actually in an underdog draft right now and I'm on the clock. I'm in the third round right now. I already have Saquon and DeAndre Swift. I think I'm going to go Michael Thomas with this pick right here. Who would have thought that would be possible in the third round last year? Wow. All right. I made the pick, Michael Thomas. How cool is that? Drafting and podcasting at the same time. It's what's so great about Underdog. I can draft at any time. And actually, if you want to draft with me, you can join one of my many private drafts by going to yardsperfantasy.com/leagues. And just pick one of the drafts in the Underdog section, and we'll start drafting as soon as it fills. And don't forget, when you sign up, use promo code YARDSPER to get a free entry into a $3 draft. That's YARDSPER, all one word. But today we're talking about Jets rookie running back Michael Carter. So Javonte Williams is the North Carolina running back everyone has talked about. Obviously, he's going as a top 5 pick in rookie drafts. But it's his backfield mate at North Carolina that finds himself in an optimal situation for rookie season production. Michael Carter shared a near even split with Williams in 2020, when Carter ran for 1,245 yards and an FBS leading 7.98 yards per carry. He led the nation with 29 runs of 15 yards or more. And prior to that, he led the team in rushing touchdowns as a freshman and accumulated 732 yards from scrimmage in his sophomore season. As a junior, Carter rushed for over 1,000 yards and averaged nearly 25 yards per kick return. He proved effective in the passing game as well, with 3 straight seasons of over 20 receptions and a 73rd percentile college target share per Player Profiler. He was a finalist for the Paul Hornung Award in 2020 as the nation's most versatile offensive weapon. And while Carter may not be the fastest or the most explosive, he brings a 98th percentile agility score to the table. The Jets were a prime landing spot for a rookie running back, and they chose to go with Carter in the 4th round. The 5'8", 201-pound Carter joins a backfield without any defined roles. Ty Johnson, LaMichael Pirine, and Josh Adams are 2020 holdovers, and Tevin Coleman is all that was added in free agency. Carter, a one-cut-and-go type back, is an excellent fit in the Kyle Shanahan-style offense that Mike LaFleur will be operating. The offense will be improved from what we've seen in recent seasons, and the opportunity lends itself to an early career Giovanni Bernard comp. Like Carter, Bernard was an undersized back out of North Carolina who found himself in a backfield without an established RB1. He went on to have 3 straight seasons of over 1,000 yards from scrimmage to begin his career. The truth is, though, we don't exactly know how this backfield will play out. But Carter's receiving chops and running style make him a prime candidate to be the top dog for fantasy purposes. It's hard to imagine Coleman or any of the other Jets running backs taken hold of the backfield to the point where Carter doesn't at least have a relevant role for PPR. His upside is as a top 24 running back. So 2 of the biggest risers in dynasty rankings after the NFL draft were Carter and now 49ers running back Trey Sermon. It's why I've chosen to dedicate a full episode to both players. If you missed my talk about Sermon, you can hear that on episode 52. And while most agree they should be ranked somewhere between the late 1st and middle of the 2nd round in one quarterback leagues, there is far from a consensus on whether Sermon should be over Carter or if Carter should be over Sermon. We threw this question out from the Yards Per Fantasy account on Twitter, and we got a ton of responses. But it was about a 50-50 between the 2 backs. It's a great debate, and it's easy to understand why it's been so hard to find a consensus. So what's my take on this? Carter or Sermon? Well, they both have similar upside in 2021, and they're in basically the same offensive system in an ambiguous backfield situation. But how should we rank them in Dynasty? For me, Trey Sermon gets the edge. Why? Because the offense in San Francisco gives him more upside. Carter will have a rookie quarterback starting day one with a new coaching staff still trying to find their way. Sure, Sermon may have a rookie under center as well, but Trey Lance's rushing skills will benefit Sermon even if his passing efficiency isn't quite up to par. The Niners have the better offensive line and better weapons in the passing game. All of this helps running back efficiency. And finally, Sermon wins on size compared to the smaller Carter. He has the frame to encourage NFL coaches to use him as a workhorse and give him red zone touches as well. Carter has the upper hand as a receiver, though, which is not to be understated. I think that's probably why they're so close. But when we factor everything together, it's just not quite enough. He is more likely to be relegated to a satellite back role for most of his career, even if he starts out as something more. Like we saw with Gio Bernard. We're having this debate for a reason. These guys are extremely close, and I can't blame anyone for ranking Carter ahead of Sermon. But when I'm on the clock and it comes down to Sermon versus Carter, I'm rolling with the Buckeye. But that's going to be a wrap for today, though. If you're not already, please follow me on Twitter at @A_JohnsonFF and the site at YardsPer. Please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Also, please be sure to rate and review. It really helps me out a lot and is much appreciated. And go download the Yards Per Fantasy app right now and give us a 5-star rating and review over there too. Thanks, guys. Cue that music.